November 811 Romeo Mike, what type of aircraft are you and where are you going?
Running for Kilo Echo Lima Mike, and I am a pit special.
November 1 Romeo Mike, fly the runway heading, maintain at or below 3,000, departure frequency 132.82, squawk 7355.
I fly runway heading 3000, frequency 132.82, squawk 7355, 1 Romeo Mike.
That's correct, that's good.
Ground good afternoon, November 811 Romeo Mike, millionaire with the duration taxi.
November 811 Romeo Mike, open the ground, runway 1, taxi via Albany.
I only want to be off, so
Okay, time to leave Albany. So we were here a little longer than expected. Actually didn't plan on stopping here at all, but weather was blowing through to the west, so just had to stop in and see my buddy Steve, who's my roommate in college, and him and the girlfriend were home and were able to hang out. So we hung out the last couple days, and yeah, I checked the weather yesterday. I could have maybe made it through around some weather, but just didn't feel like dealing with it because the cold front was going to blow through. So did go up and fly around thunderstorms yesterday, or near them, which was fun. But then I landed and put the plane away. And got a call saying I got a flat. So leaving a little later today than I wanted to, but I was lucky enough to have some guys on the field that could fix the plane. Yeah, so I called the Warbird factory. They were awesome. Billionaire was also awesome. They were gave me hangar space, fit me next to some nice looking jets. So yeah, it was great hanging out here, seeing my buddy, and everything going on. It still worked out just fine.
Hands up an additional for runway 1 with the left brake to full stop.
Let the engine warm up. Yeah, so now we're going to see how far we can make it. We're going to go the short route. I'm not going to do the northern route through Wisconsin or through Michigan and up over the top. It's just too much work, I think. I'll see that I get there, but probably not going to happen. All right, mixture's full rich. Get that power in.
Endeavor 5475, turn left Bravo, taxi departing via Alpha, cross runway 28, monitor ground contact. Left Bravo, Alpha, cross water at Alpha, program monitor ground one shot after the front, I do that at the end. One more shot after. Now, November 811 Romeo Mike, come to runway 1, ready for the push. November 811 Romeo Mike, welcome to Galley, wind calm, runway 1, clear to take off, turn left, heading 340, traffic, 3.5 mile road, clear to outside.
Left turn 340, clear to take off, runway 1, 1 runway.
November 1, shot I go, check, sorry, around the dispatch.
One shot echo.
November 8 off here, contact departure. Clear departure. At 9:45 Albany ground, runway 1, taxi via Gulf, hold short. runway 1. Everyone, Romeo Mike, contact bridge.
Purchase C at 1 Romeo Mike.
Out of Cambridge, we are requesting the RNAV for runway 28 at Schenectady with a structure in the land for runway 22.
Number 24 Charlie, squawk 4362.
Squawk 4362 Archer 354 Charlie.
Departure November 81 Romeo Mike, heading 340, climbing 2,300, 3,000.
811 Romeo Mike, company departure, radar contact, turn left on course altitude, your discretion.
Left on road, altitude my discretion, 1 Romeo Mike.
For 24 Charlie, radar contact, about 5 miles to the southwest of the Cambridge VOR, altitude 3006.
3006 Archer 354 Charlie.
24 Charlie, let's be a full stop.
Yes, to be full stop.
Alright, yeah, so for a little while we get to follow the highway.
Contact should be the first 127.
Oh, that's nice. I like having a road to follow, especially when it's no one's on it.
Roll 1 Romeo Mike, contact cost, center 123 point, or actually 133.25.
3325, Navigator 1 Romeo Mike. Cross Center, good afternoon. November 811 Romeo Mike, 4,500.
Aircraft checking in, say again.
November 811 Romeo Mike, 4,500.
November 811 Romeo Mike, launch center the Albany altimeter 3006.
3006, 1 Romeo Mike.
And somebody else called with that?
I guess they gave me flight following, which, that's fine. I haven't done flight following in a while. Alright, we're about 5 minutes from landing in Elmira. We're talking to their approach. It's a Delta with an approach. Pretty impressive. This is going to be our first stop. Get some fuel and continue on.
November 1 Romeo Mike, Elmira Airport at your 12 o'clock in 15 miles. You can contact tower on 121.1. Have a great rest of your day.
Over to tower, you as well. Talk to you on the way out, 1 Romeo Mike. Tower, 1 Romeo, November 811 Romeo Mike, 4,500, inbound full stop. And tower, November 811 Romeo Mike, 4,500, inbound full stop.
Hello, Roger, I haven't heard anything from I'll reach out. For 811 Romeo Mike, Elmira Tower.
Hi, this is 811 Romeo Mike, is 4,500, inbound full stop.
811 Romeo Mike, Elmira Tower, you continue inbound, and current winds are 0503.
Continue, 1 Romeo Mike, thanks.
Oh, 1060, Elmira ground runway 24, taxi via Delta Alpha. 1 Romeo Mike, safe parking.
Atlantic, 1 Romeo Mike.
1 Romeo Mike, roger. For 811 Romeo Mike, Elmira Tower, wind 0503, runway 24, clear to land, try to follow the Skyhawk, right base, runway 24.
Roger, clear to land, runway 24, number 2, 1 Romeo Mike.
Romeo Mike, you certified landing runway 24.
That's right, 24, 1 Romeo Mike.
Welcome, turn right runway, correction, Texas Charlie, Tech Bar via Alpha Bravo, main frequency.
Charlie Alpha Bravo, same with you, 1 Romeo Mike. Thanks.
The worst having to wait for landing traffic in this plane, but it is what it is.
November 1 at Romeo Mike, wind 030 at 3, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 24, 1 Romeo Mike.
November 1 at Romeo Mike, remain on runway heading for the next 5 miles to avoid the area of sailplanes to southwest of the field, surface to 8,000.
Roger, runway heading for the next 8 miles, 1 Romeo Mike.
November 1 Romeo Mike, it'll be runway heading for the next 5 miles, but I will advise them to get on course.
5 miles, copy, 1 Romeo Mike.
November 1 at Romeo Mike, VFR on course, the discretion, frequency change approved, yeah.
Roger, on course approved, and have a good day, 1 Romeo Mike.
I am currently flying over northern Pennsylvania or the western New York, and as you can see, there is nothing but mountains and trees. I climbed up an extra 1,000 feet to 5,500. Just give me a little extra glide in time. But here's a pretty simple decision. You know, you got 1,000 feet or so where you can try and restart the engine if something happens. And after that, there's nowhere to land. Unless you want to try to land in a river. I hope you don't flip over. So, pretty much 1,000 feet, try to restart, and you'll have your startle factor there too. Then it's bail, bail, bail. So, jettison the canopy, make sure everything's good up here, unlock the latch, pull it back, and then unbuckle your seatbelts and dump out. But that's something to consider when you're doing your routing, because you better know how the procedure for getting the canopy off and getting out. But other than that, it is a beautiful, beautiful flight over these little mountains and all these forests. Really enjoying the views.
November 1 Romeo Mike, right hand turn taxi golf, contact ground.
Right on golf, over to ground, 1 Romeo Mike, thanks. Ground, November 811 Romeo Mike is on golf, going to FBO. If it's self-serve, awesome. If not, I'll taxi FBO.
November 811 Romeo Mike, Youngstown ground, taxi to the ramp via hotel, cross, runway 23.
Hotel, clear to cross runway 23 to the ramp, November 811 Romeo Mike, thanks.
All right, we're at Youngstown. Feels expensive here, but it was the right distance, so I'll take it. I'm not going to get all the way to where I want in Wisconsin, I don't think. So we're going to see about maybe stopping at Aurora or something.
Ground, good afternoon. November 811 Romeo Mike is at Jet FBO, ready to taxi for a westbound departure.
November 811 Romeo Mike, Youngstown ground. Did you want flight following or to talk to departure?
No, thank you. 1 Romeo Mike.
81 Romeo Mike, Roger, runway 32, taxi via Juliet Mike, and verify information X-ray.
I have X-ray, Juliet Mike, runway 32, 1 Romeo Mike. Tower November 811 Romeo Mike, hold short runway 34, ready for departure.
811 Romeo Mike, Youngstown Tower, hold short runway 32 for land traffic and return 1 mile right base.
Roger, hold short runway 32, 1 Romeo Mike.
811 Romeo Mike, Youngstown Tower, proceed on course, runway 32, clear for takeoff, wind 330 at 6, use caution for mowers, departure end of runway 32 in the grass, right side.
Roger, clear for takeoff, runway 32 on course, 1 Romeo Mike.
So 1 Romeo Mike, leaving the Youngstown Delta to the west, free change approved, have a good day.
Please change approved, you as well, 1 Romeo Mike, see ya.
All right, so just left that airport, got some cookies. It was expensive gas, but really nice people that work there. They never saw a biplane before, some of them. So it was really cool to head that way and stop in. It's just a perfect distance, to be honest. Now we're headed to past Cleveland over to Detroit. South of Detroit, gonna stop at a little airport, and then I'm gonna stop in Chicago tonight. I'm not gonna make it the rest of the way to Wisconsin before dark, or at least I don't feel like playing the game. So we're just gonna make that stop, hang out with some buddies, couch surf again. One of the nicest parts of having a bunch of friends in aviation is they live everywhere, so you can usually couch surf. So it's pretty awesome. But yeah, that's it for now. So I gotta watch out for the Bravo, and that's about it. Land at the next airport, get some fuel. See ya.
Astoria traffic, late pitch is a mile to the northeast. Going to overfly the field and our left midfield downwind runway 27, Astoria. Astoria traffic, late pitch, joining left midfield downwind runway 27, Astoria. Astoria traffic, late pitch, short approach, only 27, Astoria. Astoria traffic, white pitches, clear the runway, taxiing fuel pumps. Astoria.
All right, we'll see. It might be our last stop. Might need one more. Let's see as we get to Chicago. Left up, right down, right up, left down, stick, tires. Do a quick run up and call it a day. Canopy's all locked up. A horse flying here, that sucks. That fly's gonna annoy me.
Downhill traffic, white pitches, departing runway 27, westbound departure, downhill.
Texture full red. Looks and sounds good. I is freaking out right now.
Go to the traffic, Platteville always on the departure leg. You're staying in the background for runway 28. Got it there.
Put some trim in, about 120 knots, or a mile an hour rather. Alright, we'll see if we need 1 or 2 0 stops or 1 stop. We're gonna probably do 1 more fuel stop, I think, right before we get to the Chicago area. I think it's just smarter that way. It sucks time-wise, but that's just better, I think. Stark County, about 5 miles out. It'll be the last stop, hopefully, before Chicago.
Start traffic, wait pit, 5 miles to the east, inbound, gonna overfly the field, and a right midfield down runway 18, start.
700 foot, so 17 pattern.
Start traffic, wait pit, overflying the field, gonna join right midfield down runway 18, start. Start traffic, wait pit, short approach, runway 18, start. Traffic, wait pit, clear runway 18, start.
Okay. Last stop. $14.6. Everything looked good there. Yep. Oh. Clear prop. Hey, go.
Alright, this is the last 25 minutes. We're gonna dodge some thunderstorms and burn some gas, baby. Putting so many hours on this plane, it's nuts. We're at 1160 already, holy moly. It's just flying by. I got it was like 10:50. But this is, you know, hop, so, you know, total time is even more than that. Total time's like 140, 130, 140. Well, so I changed out the tube on the flat tire, obviously. That tube was the other old one, so that's good news, because you know, I was a little scared for a minute that it was the new tube that popped, but no, it was the old tube. So that tube is God knows how many years old. So I'm okay with that one going, you know, and it went off of a nothing little pit skip, the standard pit skip when you land with 35 pounds in your tires. Overall, happy to use my new tube. It's one more thing to buy at Oshkosh, buy spares of that. I'm working on my toolkit as always, so we'll see what happens. We got 23 minutes till we touch down at Schaumburg. We're gonna have some food with the boys and girls apparently. Connor's girlfriend and Jess is coming, so that'll be a good time with Nate. Literally hoboed it again. Called my buddy Steve in Albany last second. Hey, buddy, you want to hang out? And then this is last second with Nate. I called him up maybe 5 hours notice, 6 hours notice, 5 hours notice, saying, hey, can I couch surf in Chicago? Because I'm not going to make it to Wisconsin. So this works out perfect. I'm glad. I'm so happy that they're home, and I'm so happy to see them. I'd see them in a week anyway, but sooner rather than later, right? And they'll get to see the plane early, and I'll get a couch to sleep on. So it's a win-win-win. Mostly them bailing me out is pretty awesome. All right, so now the goal is to not violate any airspace. There's a Delta that's going to be off to my right, which is Gary, Indiana. If you didn't know, Gary, Indiana is sketch AF, as the kids say. Used to be an amazing town, right on the lake, and huge manufacturing. And then it just died. It was like one of the worst hit by the Rust Belt. So yeah, we're not going to land in Gary, Indiana. The airport is really nice, but we're going to skip it. Next is Midway. Also, we're going to skip, but we got to go 1,900 feet below that. So, and the ground's 800 feet, so only like 700 feet of clearance, which is awesome. By awesome, I mean annoying. I might just do that. That sounds better. We'll avoid that. It'll be 1,900 feet there. 1,000, 3,000 is better, yeah. Alright, we're 15 minutes out at 2,900 feet. We're gonna be underneath the Bravo and outside the Charlie. Yeah, can't wait to spend a day or two here and then fly on over to the aerobatic contest called the Hewler Classic at PVB or PVV. And then after that, head over to Osh on Sunday. Schaumburg. Listen in, see what's going on over there. My butt hurts, my feet hurt. There's nothing really you can do in this plane as far as movement. I can't even reach down and scratch my shin. When there was a horse flying here, I had the vents open. I was just trying to blow them to death, so blow them out. And when there was a horse flying there, the last flight, and I was literally just trying to blow him out of the flight deck with wind because he was trying to bite my ankles and I couldn't reach him. So, yeah, that's the downside of this plane. It's going to be interesting at Oshkosh, trying to follow all the procedures. I'm going to have to jimmy rig. Oh. Alright. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I got to hook up all the paperwork on somewhere on the side here. Because I need the actual map and procedure, and then I need the display piece for being an IAC. A lot of stuff with almost no room to work with. And you can't have everything on your phone. You know, if you're flipping through your phone too much, it becomes useless. It's overwhelmed and there's too many things to open, especially if you're bouncing around in thermals or turbulence. So, better just to have the phone on ForeFlight and then have a piece of paper or something with the actual directions on what I need to do.
Number traffic, number 8375 Victor, turning left downwind 11, number.
Alright, left downwind 11. Alright. I'll join it before downwind 11. That's a cool circle building. What that is down there, but it looks cool. Not gonna lie, it was throwing me off with the time zones. I'm like, when sunset? 8:30. Which 8:30? That's right, Chicago goes back an hour. Duh. Oh, I had an extra hour, which I double checked with my buddy. I was like, yo, how many hours do I have it from now? And he was like, 4. I'm like, cool, that's 9 p.m. where I'm at right now.
Harbor traffic, number 923 Lima, turning left downwind, runway 10.
But that's 8:30 here, so 8:30, it wins. Yeah, there's no way I was getting to the contest today. Alright, so we're going to cross over the runway and then make a left downwind runway 11. It looks like... Just prefer moving my route a little farther away from the Bravo.
Schaumburg traffic, white pit, 10 miles to the south, inbound, full stop. I'll overfly the field and enter left midfield, downwind runway 11, Schaumburg. Schaumburg traffic, white pit, 2 miles to the south, down overfly the field, enter left midfield, downwind runway 11, Schaumburg. Schaumburg traffic, white pit over the field, and left midfield downwind runway 11, Schaumburg.
Fair 176, number left downwind 204. That was that big stop. That was that. People didn't want to want and fly from that.
Roger, you going right now?
Hopefully, yeah. Get them close. Looks like we get close. I'll hold on for you.
I appreciate it. I'll just approach. Go ahead, for the road, 11, Schaumburg. Number traffic, number 8375, 11, Schaumburg. appreciate it, guys.
You got it.
Officer traffic, West Texas, clear runway 11. Yeah, see a chopper.